What's going on, folks? It's Inspirata215 with a Monday update. A couple people emailed me about this site. I've seen a bunch of people talking about it, so I figured I'd look into it. It does look like it is going to be the new Aurora Mine. So last time Aurora Mine only lasted for about 25 and a half days. This is on day 2. So if it is true to proving to be the next Aurora Mine Limited, the time to get in it would be now, because that way you can maximize your profit. Now, again, we don't look at the 12 and 14%. We look at only the 10% because that is the realistic one. Anything above that usually requires some type of obscene deposit. Going over it, it looks to be a little cleaner than Aurora Mine was. At least it has more information, showing you the approximate users, the approximate payout, the days online, as well as the market price of Bitcoin at this present time, according to their currency calculations or their actual metrics. Now here you can change between US dollar and Bitcoin. So you can see here the total investment it's showing you that has been made in each category. If that proves to be true, we're talking about 38,000 already put in the 12% and 152,000 in the 14%. Do I believe that? Not really. One thing that I will say about this site versus Aurora Mine is that instead of getting I think you got what, 50 hash or 100 hash for free on Aurora Mine, on this one you get 125%. So they do have a high referral commission like they did on the last one. They mentioned security, profit within 10 days. So again, with Aurora Mine, you needed 10 days in order for you to actually get your profit back or your capital back and then start being in profit. As we click on this, it says that this is going to show us their articles of incorporation. As we've learned before, this actually can be faked. So this just can be just a regular document that somebody made, and it may not necessarily be with Companies House. Notice that it doesn't change from the site. It goes directly to a file saved on the site instead of to the Companies House website. Here we'll go ahead and look at the Whois. So let me just pull that up real quick. Give me a second. This is what, Quantum Hash. Actually, we'll go to ICANN or Whois.net and pull it up that way. Laser wants to play its music. Alright, so we'll go back over here to Quantum Hash, and you'll see that I've already kind of bookmarked it because I did make a test deposit yesterday of about $150 worth of Bitcoin, just as a test, because Aurora Mine did actually pay me back quite evenly. I think I made about 250% roughly off of my actual deposit, so I got my deposit back, and then I got a little bit of profit. Here we're seeing that it's registered. We see that they registered it or created it on September the 22nd, and it was updated on the 22nd of October. That could be good and that could be bad. The biggest thing with that is that we see at least they had the website reserved or registered before they actually launched the site, which would have been 2 days ago. So they launched it almost a month after they actually registered it, or a little bit over a month. So that's good news. Let's see if they have any other information on here. I don't have an address. The only about information is just like Aurora Mine was the post from the day that they went live, which was the 28th. None of these links actually work because we know this site is not a real cloud mining site. It is just going to be a site that you can use to try to go ahead and flip your currency if they stay around that long. Now, yesterday evening, I did make a deposit of about $150. If you look here, when it says buy hash power, you'll see that that deposit was made. It actually went through a little late at like 11:57 p.m. I think I started it like earlier than that, about 2 hours earlier. But because of their payment processor, they were actually having a little bit of a sluggish time processing that transaction. So what I'm going to do now, since I've already made my deposit, is I want to go ahead and withdraw my earnings. If we go to my dashboard right now, it shows that I've made just under $20 being on this platform about a day or so. And that's without any referrals or any other hash power other than what I purchased. So it's a little bit more than what the daily earnings was expected, because it says $15.95 daily and I'm at $19, and it has not been 24 hours yet. So I wonder if it's, since the payment went through, it might be from the time that they actually logged the payment before the first confirmation. If that is, then that's good news. But we'll go ahead and try to do a withdrawal real quick. Now, similar to Aurora Mine, you needed to set up your Bitcoin address before you started the account. I had already set that up, so I know that's good to go. I'm going to go ahead and click withdraw. Amount is the total amount, so it automatically gave me that. and it's supposed to be instant, so we'll go ahead and click submit and see what happens. All right, so it should have went to my wallet, and let's see if it comes here. Okay, so it's already pending here in my Exodus wallet, which actually goes through blockchain now. So that is showing pretty good. I mean, hey, it is an instant payment. So far so good on that particular website. Now, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you like I always do, this is very high risk. If you put any money on this platform, do not wait until after like day 6 or 7 or 8 or 9. I would do it probably today and get it over with. Only put in what you are willing to part with, because there is a chance that this site may not last very long. Aurora Mine only lasted, like I said, 25 and a half, maybe 26 days. So if you do jump into any of these sites, which is a legitimate high risk, high yield interest platform, make sure that you're ready to possibly lose that money. All right, so that's my update for this particular platform. I don't have any other information to really look at other than how they do their pricing. I'll go over that briefly. It just shows you, I mean, they mentioned these sites, but none of these are links that work. And apparently, you know, you can go right here and decide how much you want to invest. So if you put in $100, it'll tell you what you'll get per day. So let's say this site lasts 26 days, like Aurora Mine did. You'd look at least 260% back. So that's not too bad. I mean, actually, you're making more than you put in, so that's always good. But just again, remember what we know about these type of platforms is they are not legitimate cloud mining, and they don't intend to last for a long time. All right, so you see here you're not really signing up for contracts because the contract says lifetime. And hardly any other platforms right now, any platforms do offer a true lifetime contract. I think Hashflare did, and then it stopped. Genesis used to, and then they stopped on some unless you're grandfathered in. So don't fall for those type of traps. We know that this platform is not going to last. So if you jump into it, hey, just be aware of the risks. This is my update with this platform. I have another interesting platform I'm going to show you right after this video. Later.